Welcome to Game of Plays, Plutonia, and I cannot get over the sound of my own voice. It sounds different in my head than when I actually hear myself speak. That's one of the reasons why I don't watch my content. I don't want to hear how I speak. I already know what I said, I know what I did. I just need to confirm the sound's there, and it's all good. I found out Discord has decided its policy on dropping the numbers. Like, okay, if it wants to do that. Like, I'd rather it didn't, but the real problem with that was just the fact that some of you guys are clever and are like, oh, I'm the real Gaming Wolf. It's like, no, dude. I've had this username way longer than you. I realized some of you probably paid for Nitro just so you could pay to have my name and then sell it on eBay. Except, you know, I know better. Like, I know me. I'm very specifically me. And if you heard me down the street, you'd know it was me. But only if you heard me. You wouldn't know it was me by looking at it. Like, I have a voice discrepancy between how I look. Which is very odd, but I don't know. Genetics. They're funny that way. What is this level? Let me look up the name of it real quick. I'd forgotten I was going to do that, and I didn't. Oh, it's called Caged. Okay, so Nicolas Cage is going to be in Dead by Daylight. I don't know, man. I don't need that game. I don't know if I need asymmetrical multiplayer games, really. I mean, I understand them. It's just, I don't know. That game's just not my thing. I don't know what to say. I'd rather just do Left 4 Dead. And the only thing with doing Left 4 Dead is you need other people who are on the same wavelength. And I used to have that. I used to have the wavelength, you know? My thing was just kind of give general directions and ideas. And, like, basically the point, man. I used to be, like, part of a gaming clan, I guess you want to call it? I wouldn't call it a clan. I guess it's more like a group. But yeah, it was I forget what the name of the clan was. Was it like the Sticky Bombs? The Sticky Bombs clan? Something like that? Based on the Demo Man from TF2, because he's hilarious. But yeah, we did some TF2 for a bit there. I'm even able to set up TF2 servers myself, actually. In fact, I think I've mained some pretension of said knowledge. You know, this level's pretty interesting. I have to actually run off of the platforms and shit to get my stuff, which means my reason for loading my saves are just for convenience, let alone dying, because I actually get poisoned. This is the first map which I feel the poison. So yeah, we had this thing, and I guess maybe we had a falling out. I don't think we did. I think what happened was just that I had to move around so much that I didn't have a good internet connection for a while. I mean, I do now, but far too late. Everyone's moved on. They've all moved on. I'll never know what they did to me. Maybe it's something I said. I don't know. No one ever explained that to me. I only want to kind of just be more productive. But, yeah. Needless to say, that would not be the only group I've had. I've had many lives. Many, many lives. Called of many things that don't amount to squat. But that one I miss more than I might. We made a pretty good Left 4 Dead team. We were able to do, like, near the whole campaign on hard. I forget if we did, like, the DLC stuff or whatever on hard. But yeah. Yeah, we did that shit on hard mode. Not whatever the step up from that was, like hardcore or whatever, because that'd be too stupid. Oh, what was the point of that? I think the point of that was just to tell you about, you know, I kind of miss camaraderie. And I've just replaced it with my own unending skill. I don't know, man. I need to find the right people, and so far I'm finding good people, but I don't know if I'm finding the right people for me. I think that's the trick there. So I have a good base of people that I understand are good. And, you know, I have relationships. But who is the best? Not the best. I mean, who's the most correct? I don't know if that's right. I need my group, basically, or tribe, or something. And I am a tribe of one right now. It's the truth. I tried many times. Maybe I was just an ass back then. Maybe I still am an ass. I don't know. I think a lot of things have changed. Not just about the world, but about me. I used to not have direction in my life because I wanted to do the only thing that I was good at, and no one would accept that as a career until like it was established Let's Plays were just fine in the late 2000s. And people have kind of dropped that, except I don't think they have. I think YouTube's just doing a shit job of telling me which ones are worth watching, because I don't know half you guys. I don't have time to watch millions of Let's Players. I don't. I put enough time in my one Let's Play, and sometimes I watch other people's. What's the number one reason I watch a Let's Play, though? For me? I can't really say there's a number one. There's, like, a number of number ones. So let's say a number of reasons. One of those being, I know you personally, or rather, I know you, like, we've met in some way or more, and, you know, I'm just trying to get your perspective on things. Number two, you're playing a game I've already played, and I want to see how you do it. Or you're playing a game I'm about to go play myself, and so I watch your first one, then go do it. What's the other reason? Oh, I watch people play games I don't actually care to play myself, too. So, that goes with fighting games, for one. Like, I like the style, I like how the game works. It's not for me. I think I'm that way with some 4X strategy games also. Like, I want to like them, but I also don't really want to play them. I guess it's the same with, like, what, simulation games? Even like, I guess Animal Crossing falls within that? Or whatever. Like, Animal Crossing is like the same category as Sims, right? Like Sims. Like half Sims, half Harvest Moon, I don't fucking know. I fail to define these things. Interesting we had those freezing chain gunners, because it reminds me exactly of that Pharaoh level in TNT Evolution. That's very interesting, you know. You should try it. You should try out the things. Honestly, I think it's a bit too late for YouTube to have the multiple audio track. I've already convinced myself that I need to have voiceovers. Although, I don't know where YouTube's going to be headed nowadays. I hope it's not going where all the rest of social media is going. Eventually, I think we're going to have to try to take the reins back from YouTube ourselves, because we need all that. We need all that data, and if I have to go through an alternative, the problem isn't. I don't think the problem is the right audience. I think the problem is just literally storing all the shit we have. Like, is there a limit? I think I mentioned this as the first concern I've ever had with YouTube is, what's your actual limit? Because they have server farms across the country, possibly around the world. They're based in California, like a lot of techno companies. There we go. I almost had the plasma rifle. I also still missed. I missed a pinky at some point, but he's not close enough to me for it to matter. This is probably the first Plutonia level which I'd say would be pretty good in multiplayer. Although, I have to go... Here's a thought, though, is people doing the single-player, like there's multiplayer co-op versions of levels that have different things, especially so in Final Doom. For instance, in TNT Evolution and Level 1, if you play that on co-op, a cyber demon shows up. But if you want to get the most out of co-op in Doom, you should have 4 people, and one of those people is going to have access to the BFG, and it becomes that person's responsibility to take down the cyber demon. So I thought that was pretty interesting. He's just hanging around outside somewhere. It's kind of dumb. But yeah, things like that, they can really throw you for a loop. Or I like how Quake does its multiplayer, not so much the co-op, but it's like multiplayer matches, where it redesigns chunks of the level so that they're more multiplayer friendly. As in being able to backtrack easier from place to place and not really being forced to stop anywhere. It's just good design. So I try to figure out where the fuck I'm going. Where the fuck am I going? A mega armor? I need one of those. Thank you. I'm going over this way. I miss all the people. So many regrets. So many regrets. Maybe I should have them come over to the Mastodons. I mean, yeah, but I'm not exactly the soothsayer. I'm not the public speaking type. I know it sounds like this is a public speaking thing, but this is more like podcasting skill rather than public speaking skill. Public speaking has to be more like motivational or convincing charisma, whereas in podcasting, I can say what I want. Really, I mean, I have standards about what I'm saying, obviously, but I don't go out of my way to be a dick. Okay, that's different. If I have to, that's actually a real problem with me, because if I have to be a dick, it'd have to be on purpose, and we don't want that. We don't want purposeful dick. We want accidental dick. At least accidental dick will apologize. Purposeful dick will just say no. Say no to purposeful dick. Only accidental dick. I don't think this sounds right at all. It is me, Accidental Richard. I come with a plea. Accidental Richard does not know how to wear condoms. Let's put it that way. It's like, oh no, this is not reproduction, this is an accident. It's like, how is an accident? No, we just have to go sue the condom company, Andy. But I want to fight in the army and repair guys and what's an airplane? What's that? Oh, yeah, what's an airport? What are those? I should know what those are, right? Nah, no, that's silly. I'm the only person who doesn't. Well, he could have been right if he was in any war before World War One. But no, Andy. Airports are a thing that exists. It's actually more amazing that you've ever seen one. It's like, oh, is that what that is? I never thought about it that way before. Gee whiz, what is with those fantastical airports? Keep your groaning and your moaning to yourselves. Before I keep that for you, you son of a bitch. That's right, he is the son of a bitch. He is Sony's bitch. I see the exit over there, but we're gonna have to teleport to it. Like, okay, dudes. But listen up, dude. She can shrink her size to suit her mood. Crampings beware, cause he's after you. Huh. Okay, I do have a biosuit. So... Actually, no, let's rocket these guys. That'll work. There's enough space for me to dodge. We're good. Yeah, that's how we do. Now I save right... Yeah, I tend to try to save right before power-ups so that I don't feel like they go on the waste. That's especially important with biosuits, where you actually need them. So, yeah, you know how it goes. I gotta, like, keep this on. I think there's a few floors in this mod in which you can still get hurt even with the rad suit because they're just that damaging with a floor. I don't actually like that. I wish they just make it so the biosuit would just work. But, hey, I'm not the master of difficulty over here. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a level designer. I'm a level admirer. Is apparently what I am. I'm a level analyzer. How about that? That make more sense? Yeah. I'm not a designer. I'm an analyzer. There's a difference. One requires being a desict, and the other one requires being analyze. Yeah. That's right. Well, if you run off, then we can land where we want to be. Sometimes I call it autosave, sometimes I call it quick save. It's just for me, alright? We can call it cheesecake if you want. But I don't like cheesecake, so we're not calling it cheesecake. He doesn't like cheesecake! Who does he think he is? He thinks he's Jim Gaffigan. No. No. Yeah. Hot Pockets are garbage. Not joking. Like, I've heard of junk food, but that's junk food. Whereas, at least with most junk foods, I realize that's junk and then a food, but with Hot Pockets, it's like, it started as a food and then became junk. Like, come on. The food junk. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's food junk. So much worse than junk food. Food junk is like fruitcakes. Ugh. Why? Or like Yorkshire pudding? And I don't know, man. All the little Yorkies say, "Hey, ho." All little Yorkies and little Storkies. I hate when I forget how a level works, kind of, because it makes me look like I don't know what I'm doing, even though I just have to remember a few times later and be fine anyway. All these levels turned out to be somewhere on an average of either 15 minutes or 30 minutes. And that works out just fine. How long it could be is up to me. I gotta start thinking about my next thing, because it's gonna be a while before I can actually speak over all these. Mainly because, well, I just need more time, and I've been bad about managing my time last week. I thought maybe it was just my apprehension towards doing the hardest new mod I've done yet, and I realized that was not it at all. It is. It's hard to tell whether it's psychosomatic or not, but needless to say, I gotta keep wary of myself, and yeah, listen. I get it. Sometimes I'm on autopilot. I just have to not be on autopilot. But look at this though. If I wasn't on autopilot, how would I be? Well, how would I not be able to speak for so long? How would I be able to speak for long if not for autopilot? Right? How would that work out? Oh, okay. I see what's going on. It's a time switch, but the place it accesses is so far away that I don't actually hear it. So that could have meant a lot of wandering around. And then some. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, interesting. I have to actually push the X as opposed to actually walk on the thing, because then maybe I would have exited by accident. I understand. The way of all things that we want to say, get caged, Johnny Caged, or Nicolas Caged. Coming soon to video games, Mortal Kombat 1. Coming soon to movies, Mortal Kombat 2. And Batman and Indiana Jones are here, and I don't know, man. I don't know what remaking stuff in the 20s based on stuff from the 10s is like. Alright? I haven't understood the paradigm of the 20s. I have some idea of the paradigm of the 2010s, but I've decided I'm just not going to put one anymore. I'll just let stuff be stuff. Let games be games. See you next time.